3, 2, 1. Breach, breach, breach. Like a race car, Grab drafted off the blast wave. The tip of his nose mere inches behind the wall of compressed air rampaging across the room. 5 men lounged in the large living room, their majestic mustaches flapping in slow motion as the speedster shoots between them. Leaving them to his partner Smash, Grab instead zoomed down the hall to the kitchen. The 2 cooks were just starting to react to the explosion. Grab tossed 2 small sandbags into the air. Because he was already traveling near Mach 1, everything he was carrying was also traveling north of 700 miles per hour. Everything is a weapon at that speed. The bag struck with a deep thud, tossing the 2 men into the walls. In the moment it took for the bags to transfer their kinetic energy, Grab raided the fridge. He gestured with his freshly made sandwich to the crumpled men. "Are you 2 like brothers?" With identical jumpsuits and hairstyles, it was difficult to tell them apart, even under Grab's super-speed scrutiny. Gasping for air, the pair did not respond. "Okay, well if you stay right there, you get to walk out of this. Here, it's all in the pamphlet. Just follow it and you'll be okay." Grab attached a trifold brochure to each of them, titled Smash and Grab's Guide to Good Health. It was filled with helpful information like, staying down is the best way to stay alive. Distance is your friend, if you can leave, do. And most importantly, it's not surrendering. It's just saying, not my problem. Grab blitzed the barracks as he finished his sandwich. 5 more sandbags, 5 more oddly similar men on the ground. Taking a second lap, Grab stuck notes to each. A roll of tape attached the armory officer to their chair. A second roll firmly affixed the office clerk to the coat rack. A jump drive slid into the computer. The download would take a few seconds, plenty of time to ransack the room. Not interested in subtlety, Grab attacked the cabinets, desk, and walls with a reinforced hammer and crowbar. Thunder boomed as the discarded debris was whipped into a whirlwind of flying papers. Amongst it, Grab danced. His high-speed camera flashing like lightning, documenting every scrap, every secret. When the storm ended, he held both his jump drive and the computer's hard drive up to the clerk's face. "Hey, I'm not going to find anything weird on this, am I? I'd hate to think you lot, in your secret base in the middle of the ocean, were bad guys." Grab zipped out of the room only to reappear a moment later. "Almost forgot to give you a flyer." The last man kicked free of the privy, still buttoning his jumpsuit. Unfortunately, Grab was already winding up the pitch. The subsonic sandbag caught him in the beanbags with a brutal crunch. "Oh, sorry about that. Didn't mean to hit you with the breaking ball." Grab gently lowered the gasping man to the ground. "Just breathe through it. Yeah, you'll be fine. I'm just going to leave this here." Using the moment needed to attach the flyer, Grab examined this fuzzy-faced man. Same hair, same face, same guy. That settled it. This was either a cloning or cult situation. Though, honestly, who can tell the difference anymore? He radioed back to Smash. "Top floor cleared. 15 men, 6 rooms. Rec, mess, barracks, armory, office, privy. Heading down the north side stairs now." Smash responded, "Roger. Exit door secured." The pungent smell of chemicals, mildew, and fear assaulted Grab's sensitive nose as he stepped foot onto the lower floor. Gone was the fresh, salty sea air, replaced by the bitter bite of blood. Grab streaked through the shocking sights of the lab, deliberately avoiding eye contact with the disgusting dissection containers and their heaps of viscera. A fresh victim still lay strapped to the table. The instruments of the distasteful work were on display around them. A shiver raced through Grab, from the tips of his long ears to the pads on his feet. He couldn't help but stop and stare at the cruelty of it. Man, no one should have to go out like that, all cut up and stuff. Black bile bubbled from the victim's nose as he clung to life. "Ah," Grab exclaimed. "By the gods, how are you still alive? Crap, now what do I do? I can't just leave you like this." Seeming to occupy 2 places at once, Grab bounced from foot to foot and thought to thought, contemplating this complication. Above, a klaxon cried out, causing him to hop back in alarm. Well, it. Quick as lightning, he cut the restraints. Wanting to offer a friendlier face to the poor man, Grab slipped out of his helmet. With the tip of his finger, he tapped. "Hey, wake up." Dark desiccated blood flaked from the wounded man's eyes as he struggled to open them. Grab made the terrible mistake of looking into those eyes, and he buckled under the fear in them. "Sorry," he said sheepishly. "That's all I can do for you. If you want to live, run." Taking his own advice, Grab ran. He fled from that man's gaze. That was the nightmare for most supers. Being snatched off the street by some military group, or a biotech company, or a madman like this gamma ray wannabe. Wanting to spend as little time as possible in this place, he made a beeline for the heart of the compound. The bottom floor. Straight to the lair of whatever monster ruled here. A large vault door soon loomed in front of him. Grab whistled. That's a big one, but nothing a little compound 4 can't handle. In all of his years blowing doors off their hinges, he had learned one important rule. Check if it's even locked. To his disappointment, this one was not. Grab grumbled as he swung the door wide. What's the point of having a blast door if I don't get to blast it? Unlike the carnival of horrors above, the vault was practically pristine. The sweet smell of soap replaced the sourness of bile. Instead of tools tossed on tables, racks and workbenches were neatly laid out and skillfully stacked with supplies. On the far wall stood several of Gamma Ray's suits, steamed and stationed for use. It looked more like a workshop than a vault full of treasures. But there was one. A true treasure. At the apex of the room sat Gamma Ray's Gamma Ray gun. Its design spoke of genius and madness in equal parts. The front looked like it had been recovered from the most alien parts of the ocean. A tangle of tubes and cables wrapped, lovingly, in the swept-back curves of a manta ray. A devilish green glow pulsed from its heart, a bizarre ball of ferrofluid seeming to boil suspended in space. Grab thought it looked like a star, but blurred as if it was underwater. It practically perched on its pedestal. And above it dangled a thief. BAM CBG. BAMCBG.com.